It's heating up here as we step into round 6 of the Triton Shires National Rally Championship. The fact Simply Automatic Sligo Stages Rally is set to play a key role in the destiny of the Vard Memorial Trophy.
Yes, at this 6th round of the 8-round Triton Series, it's boiled down to a 2-horse race for the overall championship, with Josh Moffat aiming for his 5th win of the season, while Roy White needs to take his first win of the year to give himself a realistic chance of claiming his 2nd national title.
Clerk of the course, Rosemary Walsh and her team of the Connacht Motor Club have set out 3 fantastic tarmac stages. Championship leader Josh Moffat leads the bumper strong entry, and it's sure to be an epic battle up the front and right down through the various classes.
With the Sligo Stages Rally also a counting round of both the Top Part West Coast Series and the Sligo Palace Border Championship, there's no shortage of competition in this year's event.
Josh, number 1 on the road, you are a firm favourite here today.
Yeah, well, hopefully it goes our way. I suppose last year didn't go so well for us, and the stages this weekend are looking really good. The first stage is 20 kilometres long, so yeah, it's going to be a real challenge. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
The stages out there are great. It looks like the weather's going to be fantastic, so tyre choice will be easy enough. So it'll be a matter of put the head down real early and see what you can do.
It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top in the R5 class, with Johnny Greer and Daniel Cronin both looking to get their seasons back up and running in Sligo.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I've done this rally 2 years ago, so enjoyed it then and came back this year for another look. So happy enough. Hopefully stages look good, so hopefully have a clean run.
Yeah, we've been having a small bit of trouble with the car all year, and hopefully now we have it sorted. And we're just going to get out now, get a bit of mileage under the belt, and hopefully do the Ulster in a month or so.
Away from the 4-wheel drive cars, it's Kevin Eaves' rear-wheel drive Toyota Corolla who heads up an impressive lineup of modified machinery.
Hey, it's going to be sun shining. There's the odd fast road out there, so now with that dry tyre we can kind of click our heels and go, so hopefully we'll get away okay.
As the crews leave rally headquarters at the Sligo Park Hotel and head out to the stages, it's clear to see why poet W.B. Yeats was so inspired by the beautiful scenery of Sligo County. The 3-test loop begins with Stage 1, Glencar Lock, in the shadow of the Dartry Mountains, before crossing into Leitrim for Stage 2, Meany Moor, with the final test, Loch Gill, bringing the competitors back into Sligo for servicing. The fine weather made life pleasant for the spectators and volunteer marshals, but no doubt it will be a trying day for the suited, booted and helmeted crews inside their highly tuned machines. Quickest on each of the 3 morning stages was Josh Moffat. The championship leader looked to be on it from the off, and by the end of the opening loop, he and navigator Andy Hayes held a 10-second advantage over Roy White and James O'Brien. The former champions were pushing hard in their similar spec Tom Gahan prepared Fiesta WRC. The warm conditions were allowing both crews to test their tyres to the limit, making for some very brave driving.
Flat left over crest 130. A bit flat left over crest 130. Flat left over bump 150. Flat left to the sheds 100. Flat right over the crest 100. Don't lift. Flat right 40. Flat crest 250. Crest 100 right 2 minus into turtle tight left 5 over gravel.
Johnny Greer had a clean run across the opening stages to lie 28 seconds back in 3rd place, with Kirsty Riddoch navigating in the Fiesta R5. A further 20 seconds adrift in fourth, Daniel Cronin and JJ Kremen lost some time with this half spin on stage 1. But the Cork crew were happy with how the rest of the loop played out. Fifth overall after stage 1, Johnny Jordan and Paddy McCrudden led the two-wheel drive battle in their Toyota Starlet. But a spin on stage 2 cost them around 40 seconds and they slipped out of the top 10 before climbing back to 9th by the end of the loop. Taking over the two-wheel drive lead were Kevin Eves and Chris Melly. The championship leaders weren't entirely happy with the handling of the Toyota Corolla across the opening loop, but 5th overall wasn't a bad morning's work.
5 right, 60 over crest, 5 right, 60 over crest, 6 right, 40 to 4 right, 6 right, 40 to 4 right, 60, 4 right now, 5 right on crest, big crest, jump, 40, 3 left now, 40, flat crest, mid 100, 6 right, 100 over crest.
It wasn't a good day for Class 14 championship rivals JF Shovelin and Emmett Brosnan, who withdrew from the rally when their Escort's exhaust manifold broke on stage 1. Also out were Frank Ray and Joe McNulty, a blown turbo in their Subaru WRC, the cause of their retirement on stage 2. After a break from tarmac rallies, multiple champion Derek McGarty admitted to being a little rusty on the opening loop. He held 6th overall in the Fiesta WRC. 15 seconds back and 7th overall, David Moffat was second to Kevin Eves in the two-wheel drive standings and going well in the Starlet. No problems for Aaron McLaughlin, who was leading Class 20 and holding 8th overall in the modified Mitsubishi Evo 9. 8.7 seconds back and 10th was the Group N Evo 9 of Shane Maguire, who was on course for another Class 4 win in Sligo. Just 1.7 seconds back and 11th overall was Gary Cooney, who had Elaine Nihay navigating in the ex-Petter Solberg Subaru Impreza WRC. Just a fraction of a second off Cooney was the Honda Civic of Cormac Phelan and Katya Owl. The former junior and Class 11F champions were out once again in their 2-litre Class 13 Honda Civic and held 12th overall after 3 stages. One of 3 cars competing under the FAC Simply Automatic banner, Cormac's dad Kieran was contesting Class 11F in another Civic, while Anya was competing in the junior class.
Kieran, 3rd year as sponsor of the Sligo Stages Rally.
Yeah, delighted to be here again, delighted to be involved with the club. It's obviously great from our own point of view in National Automation in Ireland and from FAC in Italy to be involved in the rally again.
And it's a bit of a family affair as well. You've got 3 cars on the road and your daughter Anya is here. Anya, you must be really looking forward to today, your home rally.
Yeah, in fairness, I'm very excited to do Sligo now. It's my first time to do Sligo as a driver. I've done Midlands and Monaghan this year, so I took it on as a navigator last year, so I'm really excited to be in the driver's seat and hope, fingers crossed, we'll have a good day.
With Rachel McCullough calling the notes in the Civic, Anya was 7th in the junior Class 16 standings. Leading the class was Donegal crew Ryan Moore and Christopher Moffat in another Honda.
5 right round the wheels, opens to 3. Get this right. That's it now. Stay in her. And 130, 3 left, slippy. Watch this chips here. 3 left. Crest and the 3 right. Crest, 3 right here, 100 after. Watch it.
In the junior Class 16A battle, David Kelly and Kenny Bustard were 3rd in the Toyota Starlet, just 6.3 seconds behind the Escort Mark II of Colin O'Donoghue and Eddie Doherty.
Flat 1 right at the bottom and flat 2 left. Here 2 right, into 1 left, don't cut, into 1 right, 80, flat 2 left, 60, flat 1 right, 60 and a line 3 right at the side.
But quickest junior crew after the opening loop was the Mayo Cork pairing of Brian Moore and Dylan Doonan, who were 10 seconds to the good in the Honda Civic. Back at the top of the overall leaderboard, it was Josh Moffat and Andy Hayes with a 10-second lead over Roy White, with Johnny Greer, Daniel Cronin and Kevin Eves making up the top 5.
Well, it's Josh Moffat who leads the FAC Simply Automatic Sligo Stages Rally. Join us back here after the break.
Welcome back to the northwest region of Ireland for the Fact Simply Automatic Sligo Park Hotel Stages Rally, where the sun was shining, the scenery was stunning, and the spectators were gathering for the second loop of 3 stages. Rally leaders Josh Moffat and Andy Hayes once again set 3 fastest times to extend their overall lead to 18.7 seconds, and barring a mistake or misfortune on the final 3 tests, the pair were looking good for their 3rd win in a row. Roy White and James O'Brien hadn't given up yet though, and having lost the opening loop by 10 seconds, they were just 8 seconds slower than Moffat and Hayes on the repeat run, so there was definite improvement from which to take consolation.
Into flat left over crest in the flat right. Flat left over crest in the flat right 100. Flat left 100. Flat right 100. Right 1 minus. Into left 2 into right 3 plus.
Johnny Greer and Kirsty Riddick were slipping further off the pace of the WRC machines in front, but were enjoying the Sligo stages in their Fiesta R5. Not so happy were Daniel Cronin and JJ Kremen. The technical gremlins reappeared on stage 4 when the Fiesta cut out, compounded by a puncture on stage 5, a rally to forget for the Cork crew. Up to 4th overall at Cronin's expense, Kevin Eves continued to lead the 2-wheel drive battle, even having time for a pirouette in front of the fans at this location on stage 4.
Kevin, you gave the spectators something to really watch at the end of stage 4.
I didn't mean to do it now, right? No. I don't think I'm that good at handbraking by the looks of it, but no, we had a bit of a spin there at the kind of a spectator point. We didn't really try it, but we got away with it and way on up the road, so we're happy enough.
Holding 5th overall, David Moffat was over 40 seconds off Eves in the 2-wheel drive standings and was now more concerned with a resurgent Johnny Jordan, who was charging hard to regain the time lost with a spin on stage 2.
Josh, you have extended your lead over the 2nd loop. How are you finding temperatures out there?
Yeah, the temperatures are getting warm for sure. It's a lot warmer inside the car, but we're managing okay. We're drinking plenty and it's keeping us right.
Yeah, you know, you managed to take 2 off us on every stage over there, and we're trying hard, you know, and the conditions are ideal. You know, you can really push on hard, but it's just there's a little bit on us at the moment. But you know, I'd say we might bolt on 4 new ones now and see if we can do anything for the last loop.
Before we see who takes the overall honours, let's turn to the class battles now. And in the Class 16 Juniors, Anya Phelan moves to 2nd place on the points table after another strong performance with navigator Rachel McCullough. Taking maximum points in the class were Ryan Diver and Dylan Baskin. As class winners on the day, Ryan Moore and Christopher Moffat aren't registered for the Triton Series. In Class 16A, winner of the previous round in Waterford, Colin O'Donoghue had to settle for the runner-up spot in Sligo. Taking the Class 16A win were Brian Moore and Dylan Doonan in the high-flying Civic. David Armstrong and Ashley Trimble won the historic class in their Escort RS 1800. To the main field classes now, where Des Roach took 2nd in Class 1 but scored maximum championship points as class winners Keith Ewing and Shane Barry aren't registered for the series. In Class 2, Eamon Kelly had a great drive to take the win and finished 10th overall with Conor Mohan navigating in the Fiesta R2. Let's go on board with father and daughter crew Keith and Sarah McFadden now in their Class 3 Renault Clio.
To a bus stop right entry. Go straight across the crossroads.
Sarah became the first visually impaired person to compete in Irish rallying at this event last year, and since then has gone from strength to strength. Sadly, having led Class 3 early on, the pair were forced to retire with mechanical trouble before the final stage. Michael Rogers and Aidan Conley finished 2nd in Class 3 but score maximum Triton points, as winners Roger Kennedy and Wendy Blackledge are only registered for the Sligo Pallet Sporter Series. Shane Laheen and Carol Dempsey took the Class 9 win in their escort, scoring points in the National, Border and West Coast Championships. Peter and Shane Farrell brought their Toyota Corolla to second in Class 10, but took maximum championship points as class winners, and fellow Monaghan crew Cathal Sheridan and Peter Deary aren't registered. In Class 11F, Kieran Phelan was delighted to set a fastest time on the penultimate stage and finish third in class with navigator Martin Brady. Des Lyons and Aisling McCardle took maximum points whilst finishing second to unregistered crew Kieran Carroll and Tony Kern. In Class 11R, it was a battle between three 1600cc Toyota Corollas. Corey Eves, younger brother of two-wheel drive leader Kevin Eves, finished in third place but scored maximum points in the Triton Championship as neither runner-up Martin McPhillips nor Paul Cairn are registered for the National Series. In Class 12, Michael McDade had to settle for second place and finished 13th overall with Darragh Maguire navigating in the Ford Escort. Reigning Sligo Pallets Border Rally champions Brian Armstrong and Aidan Gallagher continued the defence of the crown with another Class 12 win and 11th overall. Cormac Phelan and Katia Owl had been third in Class 13 and 11th overall, but the rally ended in disappointment on Stage 5 when the exhaust manifold blew on their Honda Civic. The competition in Class 13 was intense, and Jason Tuhill brought his Escort Mark 1 to 6th in class and 19th overall with navigator Ben Taggart. The pair tied on the overall time with Ashley Dixon and John McCafferty, the latter securing 5th in class and 18th overall on account of their faster time on the final stage. John Warren was certainly one to watch as he thrilled the fans in his Toyota Corolla. The local driver finished 4th in class and 17th overall with Ruth Ann O'Connor on the pace notes. More locals, Martin and James Ewing, were 21 seconds quicker over the 9 stages to take 3rd in class and 16th overall in the Peugeot 205. There was quite a gap to the next Class 13 crew home as Johnny Jordan and Paddy McCrudden took the runner-up spot whilst finishing 6th overall in the Toyota Starlet. Finishing 5th overall, David Moffat and Martin Conley were almost half a minute ahead in their similar 2-litre Starlet. The Monaghan men won Class 13, were second quickest two-wheel drive crew and won the Sligo Pallets Drive of the Day award back at the Sligo Park Hotel.
Yeah, very happy now. We weren't expecting that this morning, but it was great to get out in nice dry conditions. We don't often get them in Ireland.
In the over 2.1 litre Class 14 battle, there was a nice touch by Galway driver Tom Flaherty, who decked out his Escort with the sponsor decals of the late great Manus Kelly. Manus hired Tom's Mark II on numerous occasions over the years and took the modified win at the Donegal International in 2015. Tom finished 2nd in class and 18th overall with navigator Jane Collins. But taking the Class 14 win were quickest two-wheel drive crew Kevin Eves and Chris Melly. The Donegal crew survived some big moments en route to 4th overall in the Toyota Corolla, as we can see from both inside and outside the car.
100, 3 left, 100. Well done. 3 left now, 100. Don't 1 left, people 1 left, settle. I'm alright. That's you. Holy that was lucky.
We had a tough enough morning. We settled in, and it's great to kind of get to the end on a day like this and all in one piece and winning the 2-wheel drive, so we're happy out.
To the 4-wheel drive classes now, and in Class 15, Gavin Gallagher and Fintan Monaghan had been leading before retiring after Stage 3. Sean McHugh and Kathleen Kennedy took the runner-up spot in their Subaru Impreza, but scored maximum championship points as class winners on the day Brian Comiskey and Barry McLeanan aren't registered for the Triton Series. In Class 20, Darren McKelvey and Dean O'Sullivan's championship was starting to turn sour as they recorded their 2nd non-finish in a row. Also out were Tom Holton and Shane Byrne, who had been pushing for the class win and holding 10th overall before retiring after Stage 5. Anthony Cairns and Mark Preston took 2nd in Class 20 and finished 12th overall in the Subaru Impreza. But taking their second Class 20 win in a row were Aaron McLaughlin and Darren Kern. The pair finished 9th overall after some interesting moments in the Mitsubishi. In Class 4, the Group N category, father and daughter crew Sean and Claire Gallagher had been pushing for the class lead and a top 10 overall position when a puncture on stage 7 forced them to pull in and change a wheel. They finished 4th in class at the end of the day. No major dramas for Colin Flanagan and Barry McLaughlin, who took 2nd in Class 4 and 15th overall in the Mitsubishi Evo 9. Shane Maguire and Dara Kelly took their 2nd Group N win in a row and finished 8th overall in their Mitsubishi. Plenty to celebrate back at Rally HQ in the Sligo Park Hotel.
There's more celebrations coming up, Shane.
Yeah, getting married this Friday, so thank God I was let go to the rally. So no, it was about a matter of trying to get home safe and sound today with the car and everything, so we got it all done, thank God.
So congratulations to Shane and also to clerk of the course, Rosemary Walsh, and her team at the Connacht Motor Club on running a great event.
Yes, it's been a very successful day. Thankfully, all competitors are almost home, which is a great day in our sport when we all competitors home safe. The weather was very kind to us. We've had sunshine all day, which has helped, I suppose, the mood and been great for the marshals and people out working there.
In Class 5, there was quite an unusual sight as the VW Polo Mark IV S2000 of Tony Quinn took the win. The Scottish-born, naturalised Australian was guided to victory by Irish navigator Sean Hassett. In Class 7, there was drama for Gary Cooney and Elaine Nihey. The pair had been pushing for a top 10 overall finish when they retired after this incident on stage 5. No problems for Ian Roach and Anthony Nestor, who took 2nd in class and maintained their overall lead in the Top Part West Coast Rally Championship. Derek McGarty and Niall Burns took the Class 7 trophy and finished 7th overall in the Fiesta WRC. To the overall podium finishers now, and it was a good day for Johnny Greer and Kirsty Riddick, who brought their Fiesta R5 to 3rd place after a fine drive in Sligo. Roy White and James O'Brien really attacked the final loop, setting fastest time on stage 7, but they couldn't repeat the feat on the final 2 tests and had to settle for the runner-up spot yet again behind Josh Moffat and Andy Hayes. It's the duo's 3rd straight win in a row and 5th for the season, which really puts them in a strong position for the overall championship. With 23 seconds to spare in the end, the popular winners arrived to a warm welcome back at Rally headquarters.
Josh, a stellar win today, 3 in a row for you.
Yeah, it's been great for sure, and Roy definitely didn't make it easy for us at any stage. He pushed us all the way to the end, so yeah, look at the stages out there today. It's been so tough, and the weather as well. The heat hasn't made it easy either. So yeah, over the moon for sure.
So after a very enjoyable Simply Automatic Sligo Park Hotel Stages rally, it's Josh Moffat and Andy Hayes who take the win and could secure the Vard Memorial Trophy at the next round in Galway.
We have seen some outstanding performances from all of the drivers for round 6 of the Simply Automatic Sligo Stages Rally. Even with this extreme heat, it's Josh Moffat who takes 1st place and is once again leading the championship. Join us next time when we head to Galway. From all of us here at the Sligo Park Hotel, see you soon.